Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a podcast with you guys. This is one of your hosts putting the Chris back in Christmas. I'm Chris.
This is your host, Sheryl.
You're a giant nerd. I'm Sydney. I do the things.
Well, for this special Christmas episode, we all do the things.
What are we doing? Is it outside? I don't want to go outside.
Probably guess. Should we make her guess?
Yeah, we could. Why not?
Is there snow involved?
I mean, potentially.
It is Christmas.
Gross.
And
It did also just snow today.
It did.
And what normally happens around Christmas time with humans?
There's like a bloodbath at the mall for things.
And why are they getting those things?
For presents.
Yeah.
Hooray.
I don't know what to guess.
You just said it. The word
Presents?
presents.
We're doing presents?
So this is going to be a Randonautica Christmas special.
Randonauting part 2.
2 presents.
Christmas harder.
Where
So
we wander around?
yeah, so we came up with the idea that we'll each download the app onto our phones, and there's a budget of, it was $20 per gift
Yep.
is the limit, so nothing above that. And we will go to White Ave and we will set the intention of Christmas gifts for each other. And whichever store it brings us to, we have to buy a Christmas gift for that person we set the intention for.
What if it takes you to the 7-Eleven?
And you buy them something from the 7-Eleven.
Yep.
The fun part about White Ave is there's a sex shop and a
Oh,
comic
yeah.
book store and a used bookstore and thrift shops.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
You can get a hookah. We can get you some vapes. Who
There-
knows what could happen?
There's a Ford dealership.
We could wind up at the grocery store and
Yeah, like
we'll
the
get you a
same-
block of cheese.
I do like cheese.
There's a pottery painting place. You could be painting your own pottery for that person.
If you get the Safeway for me, I don't want a block of cheese. I want the little mini breeze. That's under $20.
It's up to the person to pick.
I'm
It
just
is
telling you both now.
up to Randonautica to
Yes,
tell us.
To tell us where to go.
Interesting.
So you will get a gift for Chris and I. Chris and I will get gifts for... So I'll get one for Chris and one for you. And Chris will get one for me and one for you.
So everyone's getting two
Two gifts. With 3 gifts. No, 2. Yeah, 2
Yeah,
gifts.
2.
Um,
We could do one for
Are we saying
ourselves.
20 per gift, right?
yes, 20 per gift. So the fun part about this will be, for the longest time, we've kind of joked about doing like recording on our phone. This is a chance for you to try recording on your phone to see if we can put it in an episode. And if it works, then we can use it going forward. Because White Ave should be quiet enough. The other thing that's nice about this is we do not all have to go on the same day. So whenever you want to, or you've got time, you can set your app to go get your intentions of finding your Christmas gifts.
That's fun.
And we will meet, we'll say in December.
In time for me to edit
Yeah,
this episode.
so early December is your deadline for us to be able to have your gifts wrapped and ready to go. And we'll find out what each person got.
Walking into stores by myself and not talking not talking to anyone is my favorite thing. It's my favorite activity.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yay! It's the I Went Outside Today podcast miracle.
Just as long as you do it on time.
I was gonna get you a kettle because it's strange that you drink tea but don't have a kettle.
Well, if that's what Randonautica says, you can get me a kettle.
So you download the app, I would say.
Wait, so we all have to go to the same starting spot?
Yeah, so we figured that a good starting spot, because of the way Randonautica works, it gives a kilometer radiuses.
Yeah, so we have to go to like Remedy.
Right, so I was thinking we would either start near the Antique Mall, or we could do, like you said, like Remedy, somewhere in the middle of White Ave. And then it's a matter of determining how large a radius we want. Obviously, if it's putting you at somebody's front door, don't go ring their doorbell and be like, I will buy something for $20. Because that would get awkward.
I don't want to walk very far. How about like a kilometer?
Yeah, we can set a kilometer.
You said a 2 kilometer. I think that's like the distance at which stores will probably peter out to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we could set the starting point. We could just do Remedy right on White Ave
Yep.
at 105th Street and 82nd Avenue
Okay.
I'm going to get you a cat.
for $20.
Yeah.
I think it's going to die soon if you get it for $20.
No. I like this idea. This is a good idea. Plus, if we start with a Remedy, I could get a peanut butter square.
Yes.
It'll give you energy
Yeah.
to walk that 1 kilometer.
Correct.
Yeah. That's so far. I have such stubbly legs.
So I'd say we'd start at Remedy, get it for the first person, and then when you're going to the second person, you go back to Remedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So return to your
Yes.
original locale.
Correct.
Yay!
And then we will open each other's gifts on the air, which we all get back together, reconvene. Wrapped presents, I guess. For those ASMR lovers out there who want to hear through the rustling papers.
You can get reusable gift bags if you would prefer.
I just wrap them in whatever I can find.
That's fine. I've wrapped gifts in newspaper before, so you're good.
Yeah.
All right, fellow Christmas people.
You have that song stuck in my head.
I did the same thing to you last year,
I
too.
hate you so much. Did you get a song stuck in my head last year?
The when I started off with, do you hear what I hear?
Oh, yeah.
And you kept singing it throughout the podcast.
No, just have a... God damn it.
Well, we all know our mission, and we'll meet back here in December.
Yep. Do you hear what I hear?
All right, so Chris and I are currently at White Ave. We're going to set our intention. Do we want to start with a crazy one for Sydney, or do we want to start with the normal ones?
We'll start with the normal ones, and I think we'll wrap up with the crazy.
Okay. So I'm going to set my attention, and I'm going to start with a gift for Sydney. So it says no true anomaly available.
Sorry, Sydney, you don't get anything.
Yeah, 0 gifts. Okay, I'm gonna try the power one this time. Let's see what happens. Point generated. It looks like it's near the Shoppers Drug Mart. Well, I'll see you later then.
See you later. Cheryl's now gone, and I think I'm going to go look for Cheryl's gift. So I'm going to open the Randonautica app here. No true anomaly detected. Let's try that again. Let's try. We have a tractor, power, and void. Try a void. A void of presence. Generating a new void. Okay, we have a location. Looks like I'm going to 86th Ave and 107th Street, so I'll catch back with you when I get there.
So I'm at the Shoppers Drug Mart trying to find a gift for Sydney. So the funny thing is that actually the location it selected is in the median in the middle of the road. So that's not going to work. So the Shoppers Drug Mart is the closest location to the point that would potentially have stuff for Sydney. And this is our serious gift. So got to put some thought into it, wander around the store, see what I can find. Hopefully it's something good. So right now I'm in the Christmas section, just kind of looking around, trying to see what I can find. I noticed this is pretty funny. They have Stormtrooper pancakes. I don't know. It might be a little too radical, but I'm going to take a picture and probably post it to our social media. So the one nice thing about Shoppers Drug Mart is that they sell gift sets. So there's like a beauty gift set with like face masks, and there's one that's like charcoal related and one for sensitive skin. That's also very tempting. I know Sydney loves to get baths, and so it could be kind of interesting to get her something like that, but I'm going to keep looking and see what else I can find.
So the first location for a gift for Cheryl was a bust. It just kind of took me to an old 2-story brick mansion. So I'm headed back to our origin point intersection. I'm going to give it another try. We'll generate an attractor this time. Okay. And generates. Present for Cheryl. No. Location determined. We'll try again. Well, so far this does not seem to be working out. It just takes me to points closer and closer to the river valley where there are no stores. Let's switch things over. Let's find something for Sydney. Present for Sydney. That looks promising. I am out to 88th Ave and 101st Street.
So I didn't notice before, but I should have nosed it. Sorry, Chris, that I can't get you this, but there's a set of Stormtrooper hot sauces. It would have been really entertaining, but it's not your turn for a gift. So after wandering the store for what feels like forever, I think I've settled on the Life Brand Beauty Pack. It comes with sheet masks and a foot mask, eye masks, and some cleansing wipes. Looks like it should be pretty good.
It appears that location also goes to nowhere. Third time is the charm then. Let's try again for Sydney. I am just having no luck today. Alright, let's try Sheryl again. So I'm going to 83rd Ave and 100th Street.
So I'm back at the starting location. It's time to figure out this silly item for Chris for Christmas. We'll get serious gifts for each other later, but let's see what it says. Okay, so the first point it generated was a bust. It put me across the street from an apartment building and a school, so that's not going to work. So we'll try this again. So what some of you may not know about White Avenue is that there are two Shoppers Drug Marts, both within almost 2 kilometers of each other, and the point it generated is near the other Shoppers Drug Mart. So I'm going to head over that way, and maybe they'll have the Stormtrooper hot sauce. We'll see.
So the coordinates took me to a place with no stores, and instead of just getting Randonautica to pick more and more locations, I decided to just head into the first store I saw as I walked out of that neighborhood, which turned out to be a 7-Eleven. So I got a card game for Sheryl, and it's called Skip Bo, from the makers of Uno. Her and I will definitely have to play it for our date night one night. I'm curious to see what she thinks of it, but it'll be pretty funny. Right now I am in the Goodwill. Give my hands a chance to warm up and my phone to become usable from the cold. And I think I'm just gonna break the rules on this one here. Search for Sydney's location from a different origin point, or decide upon origin point isn't giving me too good results. So let's see what we get from here. It's a present for Sydney. Interesting, it is right across the street from where I am at the A&W. Time to head over there.
So I was walking along White Ave, and I stumbled across a pillar. So on White Ave, there's a bunch of pillars set up around the, avenue with flyers for events coming up. And there were 2 events that had kind of like an improv type style to them for the Grindstone Theatre in Edmonton. Shout out Grindstone. It's a possibility. I'll have to check and see what's available. Obviously, some of those events have passed, but there might be an upcoming event, and that might be a good idea for Chris.
So I have just finished getting Sydney's gift. When it set the pinpoint right across the street at an A&W, I knew right away what I would get her. For those of you not in the know, Sydney has quite the extensive mug collection in her kitchen. And the A&W, which is, I think it's Canadian. I don't know if it's in the US or anywhere else. Either way, A&W is our local burger chain, and they sell these large glass mugs for their root beer, for which they're known for. So I've purchased her a honkin' big mug, and I'm curious to see how she reacts to it. Alright, I'm done for the day. Just got to go find Sheryl, meet up with her.
Also on my way to find Chris's gift, I walked past the Lobby DVD shop. It's got like alternative and cult classic films, The store's got pretty cool setup. You can still rent DVDs there. So again, shout out to another local Edmonton business. It would have been cool to find something, but I think that wouldn't be a silly gift because it's something that Chris would enjoy. So unfortunately, Chris, you're going to have to wait and see what other silly gift I can find. So at the other shoppers, and Chris and I had briefly discussed on our trip here that it might be kind of fun to find something that would make Sydney uncomfortable if we got it. So it's a silly gift, but a silly gift that's going to make her feel awkward, which is all the much more fun. So I've found something, thank goodness, because my idea for the Stormtrooper hot sauce probably not have worked out for two reasons. One, Chris would actually enjoy it, so it's not really that silly of a gift. And Sydney would have been like, oh, that's pretty fun. It's way more fun to make her uncomfortable, so I think I found my items, and yeah, we're gonna head on out. So for our next stop, we're doing this silly gift for Sydney. We're not going back to the start point because it sent Chris and I both in like random directions. We're pretty far from the start point. We're starting to get cold. It's winter in Edmonton, so go figure. But we will set our intentions and head to whatever the next location is. So Chris and I ended up at the antique mall, which thank goodness that's what we were hoping to get. So we're now just trying to find some sort of creepy or unusual thing to give Sydney.
I'm dreaming of a Randonaught Christmas, just like the one we just finished.
We got some presents.
Whoa.
Yep. We are back from our randonauting adventure.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Santa was arrested, so it's been an eventful few weeks.
Yeah, we should have been like previously on I Went Outside Today. We said we were going to do this thing and then we did it.
But we pre-recorded our intro to this episode.
Yeah, but then we'll put it and we'll be like previously on.
Okay.
Like Law and Order.
The intro is like 5 minutes long, and then you want to put a previously.
Yeah.
You really do have ADHD.
I do. I have good ideas. I contribute to this team.
You did bring the peanut noir.
It's not called that. It's called Pignani.
So
Fuck, now I can't think of how to say it.
noir is black in French, so black peanut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, getting back on track here.
That spiraled out of control.
We've finished our Randonaut Christmas shopping. And if you want to talk out of control, one of us did not record her process for going out into the world and shopping.
It was so slippery. I had to focus or I would have died.
I recorded inside stores.
Yeah, I went to Winners and recorded inside the store because it was
Oh.
quiet in there.
You got winners? Was it for me?
No, it was just close to our starting point.
Yep.
And it was a large indoor space.
He was waiting for me.
I like winners.
It
Too
was
bad.
nice and warm. It was cold when Cheryl and I went out to do it. I needed to warm up a couple times.
It was cold when I went too.
None of us are supposed to like our gifts. That's the fun of Randonaut Christmas.
Yeah.
Do the
Is
best
it
we can.
fun though? I really did the best I could with you, Cheryl. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
She's gonna think I don't like her when she opens it.
No, it's fine.
Wait till you see my gifts.
Yay. At least yours are nicely wrapped. Mine is not a good gift and it came in a lunch bag.
I mean, it's reflective of what's inside.
Yeah. And I just don't believe in wrapping because it's hard and it never looks the way I want it to.
If we open up one of those brown paper lunch bags and inside is a pack of 50 brown paper lunch bags.
It does sound like something I would do. But there was a $20 limit. I wouldn't do that to
The
you.
present comes in a present.
Yeah. So, are we getting into it?
Yeah, I guess we could start.
Yeah,
Who would like to go first?
I want to go first.
Okay, should we put all the gifts for Sydney out and let her pick which one she wants to do first?
No, I want to give you your gifts first.
All right.
All right.
They're not good.
It's fine.
So,
Are they random?
yes. So I didn't record because it was slippery and I had to focus, and also I forgot to record.
Okay.
Yeah, I always know like how loud it is when it's slippery out.
Mm-hmm.
Microphone can't pick up anything.
I need to hear the streets. That's what's up. So I went after work and I went to the Remedy, and then it was cold and I was tired. I didn't want to do it, but I did it all, and I got it launched to the first spot, which was for Chris. And I could already see that the point for you was in the middle of nowhere. It was like off White Ave, across the way from the Winners in a residential neighborhood. And I was like, this is stupid. At first I started walking the wrong way, and then I had to turn around, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just redo the point to get a better point. But I thought, no, that's cheating. And then by this point I was cold, so I went in the Miniso to look for presents for myself and to warm up. Mm-hmm. I went back out, and then I started going the right way, and I had a penguin step all the way to the stupid point, which is probably about like, I don't know, 600 meters, 700 meters away maybe. And I was like, well, I'll go all the way there, and there's not going to be anything there, but I'll just pick the closest store to whatever that turns out to be. I got to that point, and surely there's nothing there. And then the river was a bit closer, and I thought that there was maybe like a convenience store, and I would just get you like a soda pop or something for your present. I walked the rest of the way to the river, and then the convenience store wasn't where I thought it was. So I was like standing on this fucking corner. It's cold and slippery. I'm having a terrible time, and there's nothing there. Like the closest store was all the way back at White Ave. So I was like, Chris is getting a fucking picture of the river, because like I just don't even know what to do. There's nothing here. And then as I was like pondering what I was gonna do, a truck drove by with a giant Paricio Tropical logo on the truck. So I was like, oh, well, there you go. That's a sign. So I actually had to go a bit further to get your gift. Do you want to open it?
I shall open it. Oh my God, it's a severed hand.
No, it's not a severed hand.
It is
Ooh.
Little Marie Sharp's hot sauce habanero. I do love my spicy foods.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So like I said, like technically it was like not a store on White Ave or on the Randonaughty, but this is like at the dead of night. There's nothing around, and this truck with this big ass logo just drove right in front of me right at the moment that I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do for a gift? And it is pretty close to White Ave.
Yep.
Also, that medium one, the littler one, that was $1.69. So let me know how that goes for you. I don't know if $1.69 hot sauce is really good or really bad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know either. Hot sauce is usually expensive, but I feel like that's because it's more of a niche product.
Yeah.
This place had tons of cheap hot sauces. It's like a Mexican like spice place.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I guess that's the other part of it that was destiny, is I actually know what Paricio Tropical is.
Yes, fair.
So, because if it just drove by and I didn't know that was a spicy like hot sauce store, I would have just moved on with my life. But it just came by like a big billboard from the Randonautica, and I was like, that's the go.
Very nice. Well, I'd say that's a win for Randonaughty.
Yeah, that's the best story. I probably should have told Cheryl's story first, because
It's fun.
it's not as good. So after I knew that I was going to do that for Chris's present, then I went all the way back to the starting point, which was so far, and then I set a new one, and it sent me off in the other direction, which just took me to an apartment building. And so then I was just like, okay, well, I'll just go back to White Ave, because that's going to be the closest store. And then from the closest store to me, from the corner I was on, was probably like the absolute hardest place to get something for $20.
Nice. Very nice. Ooh, it's a lunch bag. Oh, it's a Lululemon lunch bag.
It's just a tote bag. That's
Oh,
just
it's
what they
a tote
give
bag?
you.
Ah.
They're fancy.
Hair ties. Very nice.
I could only throw those in because they were on sale. Like,
yeah.
this is how hard it is.
I know. So Sydney got me stuff from Lululemon.
I got you that because it's like
Yeah.
almost your car color,
Yep.
and you dragon boat, so you can hold
I
your
can hold
hers
my hair
back
back.
with it.
Yeah, and it's got the wicking strip in it, which is perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
The shop ladies were very excited when they found out what I was doing, and I was like, this is the worst store though. Like, you have nothing here for $20. But Those are the things that I got you.
Yes, they're fantastic.
You're welcome. And then I threw in the tote bag because I was like, she's getting fucking 3 hair ties.
Yeah, Lululemon is definitely an expensive option.
I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I believed in myself. I executed it. Here we all are.
Well done.
Hair ties and hot
Congratulations.
sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have passed Christmas.
I did it.
That's a good, strong start to our randonauting.
Mm-hmm. So my story, well, I recorded mine, but I'll give a brief synopsis so that Sydney knows what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my first point, and it sent me to Shoppers.
That's
So
far.
yeah. So it sent me to the one Shoppers, and that one was for your gift, so I did your gift first. So here you go.
I got the big one.
You got the big one.
Shoppers is a little gifty thing.
Yes, it does.
Is it diapers?
No.
Oh, it's face masks.
We'll get you diapers when you're older.
I thought it was diapers. I just thought from it, I was like, did you see the Depends? I'm just like, this is cool. Okay, this is a beauty pack, and it has all of the face masks that the face mask at the Shoppers. And there's a brightening one, and a moisturizing one, and a moisturizing one, and a soothing one, and a moisturizing one, and a purifying one. So I can be pure and bright and moisturized. God damn it. And then it also has a spa headband, which can never go wrong with a spa headband.
Mm-hmm.
And, sensitive facial cleaning wipes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You got me a better gift than I got you.
To be fair, I lucked out with the Shoppers.
Yeah, Shoppers does good things.
And then I went back to the starting point, and I was like, I'll find a point for Chris. And unlike you, when Chris's point ended up in the middle of a neighborhood, and I just went Google Street View, and I looked around, and I was like, nope. And I reshot. And
I didn't know we could do that.
I mean, we could make up whatever rules we wanted to.
But I was destined to
Yes,
go
correct.
to that corner.
I ended up getting the other Shoppers.
No, you didn't.
I sure did.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yep. Shoppers is not a official sponsor of our podcast, but if
Yeah.
anyone at Shoppers is listening, we are accepting sponsors. for our
Sponsor us. We like
podcast.
your tiny frying pans.
The funniest thing of the whole situation is like they're both on opposite ends of like that 1 kilometer radius. So basically walked both ends of White F.
And you had to walk back to the
Yep.
point. Yeah. For a
It
drugstore,
says,
though, they got
to
good stuff.
Chris from Sheryl and Randonautica.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I apologize in advance.
Evil laughter ensues.
What is it?
Have some chocolates,
Oh.
some Ferrero Rochers,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gross.
some Trojans. Trojan vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Pour les couples.
I taped it to the front.
Yeah, you take the French side out.
Yeah. Well,
They sell vibrators at the drugstore.
sure do.
That's cool. Actually, I didn't know that because I was waiting in line for a shot one time and I was giggling at them.
Tandem couples vibrating ring. Stimulation for both partners. Textured vibrator for her. Ribbed stimulator for him.
Please don't give us an update about that on the podcast.
I wanted to see how awkward I can make it. So that was my thing.
Your goal to yourself.
Yes.
Wait, so you got a vibrator and you still had leftover change for candy
Yes.
at the Shoppers?
So, you know what? Because it doesn't really matter. That thing was $13.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's really cheap for, like, I specifically went to, like, the sex section because I was like, I want something super awkward just for the hell of it and to get your reaction. And so when I wandered over there, I was like, nothing here is going to be under $20. Like, even the lube and stuff was, like, more than $20. I was like, this is ridiculous.
So you wanted my reaction, and my reaction was you can get a vibrator and you still have money for candy.
That
'cause
is
that's
correct.
the fattest fat kid reaction of all time. I was being set up.
Best of both worlds.
It's true. Sex and candy, like the song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
I've got sex and candy here.
That's not a song that I know.
Oh.
Who's that sitting in my chair?
I'll just Spotify it later. Don't sing it.
Who is that casting devious stares in my direction?
That sounds like William Shatner.
That was what.
Oh, I
Chris
do
was
know that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just took the Shatner voice to clue it in.
Yeah. Good old Shatner. I just think it's so funny. There's so money in the budget for candy.
I also felt bad because when I was trying to get an awkward gift for Chris and that was the only option of awkward gifts, I was like, I don't even know if we're going to use this, but I was like, at least he'll eat candy.
Well, you could have gotten him Depends.
I could have.
I'm sure. Like, I don't know
But
why.
that's more awkward for him than it is for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I had a devil of a time with Randonautica.
A devil of a time, you say.
So I did it the first time, and it sent me to this like old giant brick house, like blocks and blocks away from White Ave.
Yeah.
So I walk there, and there was nothing there.
For
So
a brick house.
I go back and I spin Randonautica again, two
So
more
we all
times.
did it differently.
And the next time it gave me nothing, and then I tried it again, and it gave me the exact same house as before that I had just been to.
Ooh, spooky.
I was getting frustrated at this point. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do Sydney's instead. I spun Sydney's and I went out there and there was a place with no stores, no signs, no real signs for gifts. So I went back again. I'm getting colder and colder and more frozen. And so I spin it one more time for Sheryl and it sends me to an apartment building again with no more store around. And it's this point where I cheat. And I'm like, I'm just going to choose the location from here because maybe it is going to send me like on a chain mission. And so I spun it and I kind of knew it was going to be in an area where there was not any more stores. But I'm like, the first store I see, like on my way there, I'm going to go there. So Sheryl, you can open it.
Okay.
I'm the only one that didn't cheat.
The first store I saw was the gas station 7-Eleven.
It's Uno.
No, it's Skipbo.
Skipbo. Yeah, but it's made by the people who made Uno.
Yep. So fun story. They had two games there. The other one that I wish I could have bought, but somebody, I guess, had tried to open it in the store and left it on the rack. From the makers of Uno, you can also buy a game they made called Dose.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I figure board games, Sheryl and I play board games all the time. So yeah, that was Cheryl's present.
Nice.
You cheated so much.
And I cheated not only once, but twice.
You kept cheating.
I was at the location I got the gift, and I was frozen, and my feet were hurting at this point because we set our distance to a 1 kilometer radius, and all of my stops were like on the perimeter of that 1 kilometer.
Right.
So I've been doing like a lot of walking. I'm like, all right, I've got this gift. And the last time I spun for Sydney, it just sent me to nowhere. So I'm going to do a Randonautica from right this spot and then go and shop at this store that it tells me
sent,
to.
like, me to nowhere, too, for you. So does that mean we just think nothing of each other?
Well, this time it sent me directly across the street.
Ooh.
Here is your gift here.
It's a puppy. It's not a puppy.
No, the puppy died and I got you something else.
Stop. It's a mug.
Sydney has an enormous mug collection.
This is a good mug.
So the store across the street was A&W.
Yes, it's a big A&W glass for drinking your root beer floats or drinking. I probably put water in it because I'm boring. But I actually drink out of like mason jars, like an animal. So
Nice.
this is nice to. Thank you. This is a nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's heavy.
I figured as soon as I saw it and I knew A&W, I think they're just a Canadian company, aren't
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, A&W, short for Hamburgers and Woot Beer. I knew exactly that they sold these like heavy, big glass mugs there, and Sydney has an epic mug collection, so I thought I would add to it for Randonaut Christmas.
I like them mugs.
And that's the story of me cheating at Randonautica.
That's good though. I do like, and you know what's funny is I really like gifts that I can use, and I got 2 good gifts for using, and I gave 2 gifts for using.
Consumables. It's the way to go.
Yep. So now we had a little bit more fun at your expense.
At my expense?
At your expense.
Why?
We did an extra Randonautica
Why?
for you.
You look like so pleased with yourself, which makes me nervous.
Because when I was thinking of what location I wanted when I was trying to get gifts, we got that exact location.
What location did you want?
You'll find out.
Is that a puppy?
It's definitely not a puppy.
It does have 4 limbs.
Oh, it's terrifying. I don't like it. I don't want to take it to my home. What is this from? Where is it from? I'm giving it to Mom. Dolls kind of creep me out.
Can you describe it for our listeners?
I don't want to. I have so many questions. Okay, it's a little doll, but like a small one, but it's in like a wheelchair, or I guess a stroller, but it looks like a wheelchair and it has a little bonnet. It's just a confusing item.
So we got the Edmonton Antique Mall.
What?
Yep. So it sent us to the antique mall with 20 minutes until it closed, I believe.
Yep.
Taking a picture of this for the podcast. If you want to see the thing that I got, you have to go to our social media.
Just take a picture of it in its wheelchair thing.
No, I'm just getting right in there. Like it knows things. It knows things about you. Thank you so much for this gift that I will definitely keep forever and not donate.
By donate, you mean give to your mom?
Yeah, but if I give it to my mom, then it's still going to be in the house.
And she'll hold on to it forever.
This is haunted. Don't you reckon it's haunted?
Actually, we found one that was way more haunted than that, so...
We're going to buy it
Yeah,
if
we're
it's
thinking...
still there in the new year.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
It's not for you, it's for us.
This is...
Fun fact, a fear of dolls is called pediophobia.
I don't have pediophobia. I just, they make me uncomfortable. My best friend...
Do you have pedophilia?
No, that's gross. My best friend's grandma used to send her these terrifying dolls, and they just lined the whole top of her room and stared at us for sleepovers. Stared right into our souls.
It's a fun story. Every time Cheryl and I go thrift shopping, Value Village almost always has those glass dolls and frilly dresses.
Yeah,
and we always joke about getting one for you.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't want it. I just am confused about this. And it's like a stroller, but it looks like a wheelchair, kind of.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect. It's exactly what I was
What
looking
do you
for.
mean it's perfect? What do you mean it's exactly what you were looking for? What do you mean?
This is where randonauting came through for us in a big way.
Yeah. All week I was like, man, if I can pick a location to get something for Sydney, it's gonna be the Antique Mall. And then when I did it and it was Shoppers, I was like, okay, that's fine. I can find something nice there. But then Chris and I had already determined we were gonna find something really weird. And so when it sent us to the Antique Mall,
Yep.
I was so excited.
Yeah, we had agreed to get legitimate gifts for each other. We would do our best to get something the other person would want. But then we're like, we have to. We have to do the gag gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's so creepy, you guys. I'm taking photos of it. I can't put it into words how much it disturbs me. Cause dolls. Wait, why is it? It's a pedophobia if you're afraid of dolls, but if a pedophilia, then wait, what? It's a pedophobia if you're afraid of dolls.
Pediophobia.
Pedio, okay, not like pedophile. It's a different.
I don't know. I didn't look up the word for pedophile.
A pedophobia is different than a pediophobia. A pedophobia would be afraid of children.
Yes.
Thank you. I worked
Afraid
it out.
to have sex with children.
Gross.
That's what they say.
Ugh.
So would you recommend Christmas shopping Randonautica style?
Not if it's slippery in your neighborhood, because then you're just going to have a hell of a time. Now I'm playing with it. I'm distracted by it, but I don't like it.
You're going to be all consumed by it by the end of the week.
No, I'm going to give it away to the first stray dog I meet.
Your boss is going to come to your home wondering why you haven't been to work. And when you open the door, he'll see you and you'll just have black eyes and white hair.
I hope my boss doesn't come to my home. That's where my things are. This is 100% going to take my soul in the night. 100% it will do it.
Well, don't worry. If you leave it behind, Chris will just hide it in your stuff randomly.
Cool, love that.
Yep.
Super
I'll talk to
big
Mom
fan.
and she'll put it like clothing drawers and medicine cabinet.
She'll keep it forever, and we simply do not have the space. So taken up by mugs.
Well, I recommend Randonauting in case you're having to shop for a present for someone you just don't know what you're going to get for them.
Yeah, get them some hair ties, get them some hot sauce.
If they ask, why on earth did you get me this? Be like, I was given a message from a higher power.
That's right. But I would also recommend doing this. I think it was fun. I think it makes you think outside the box a little bit more.
And we went and get a vibrator for $13, and you'll still have money left over for candy.
Yep.
The fancy candies.
The feral rocker.
The good old feral rockers. We're now accepting sponsorship.
With the commercial where it's like, how to tell someone, welcome to the family.
Gross. Ew.
Without saying it because you're too timid around them.
That's weird.
Your sister got a very aggressive boyfriend and he just scares the bejeebies out of you.
I was thinking that's what I would do next. Just get a super aggressive boyfriend. Like I just put on Tinder, like, how many steroids do you take? It's not enough.
I bet that guy who got arrested in a Santa costume for his anti-mask protest, I bet he's single by now.
I mean, yes, I like aggression, but I don't think that I can go as far as you cannot dress up like Santa Claus and get arrested in front of children if you want to be my lover. So, to quote the Spice Girls.
That's an extra verse they did not record.
No.
That's a whole song. Oh, not the Santa part. The Santa part is not in the song.
If you want to be my lover.
You can't get arrested as Santa Claus. You can't do it. Not in front of the kids in a teddy bear store.
Trauma is forever.
Yeah. That guy sucks. No, just like normal aggro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal amounts. That's all my things that I
Yeah.
have to say.
That wraps it up for this very special Christmas episode. I am one of your hosts, Chris, signing off.
This is Sheryl signing off.
I'm Sydney. I did the things, and I got some things. Am I close enough to the microphone for this episode?
I think you're a little too close now.
I'm sorry.
Just like an apple away.
I don't know how big an apple is.
You gotta eat more fruit, dude.
You've eaten apples.
But there's all different kinds of apples, and sometimes I like to cut them up real small.
How big can an apple get?
Big. I know a lot about fruit, and I eat a lot of fruit, so don't you ever say to me to eat more fruit.
Nobody knows more about fruit than me. It's tremendous.
Nobody. I know everything about fruit. Ask me anything about fruit. I'll tell you right now. Right now, ask me anything.
What fruit
This is
did
a
I
fruit.
eat this morning?
A banana.
Wrong.
It was a banana.
It was an apple.
Oh, I should have got that.
Thanks for listening to today's very special episode of the I Went Outside Today podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, spread the joy and share us with your friends or leave a review.
If you really enjoy our podcast and you want to support us in doing more episodes, consider donating to our Patreon or leave us suggestions in the comment section on our website or social media. Or you can email us at iwentoutsidepod@gmail.com.
And make sure you follow us on our social medias. We got Twitter. We got Facebook. We don't got Snapchat because that's for creeps.
We don't have Twitter.
We don't have Twitter.
Facebook and Instagram.
We got Facebook,
Oh,
Insta.
fuck. Okay. I'm not going to do it again. It's not going to be as good. Why don't we have Twitter? We got Facebook. We got Instagram. And you can see all our photos and adventures that don't get turned into episodes because every day of our life is an adventure. Bye.